You are tuning in with 101 with Tommie Zam. On the 4th episode, we are sitting down with Ghost, talking about skateboarding and life. Let's do this. What up, Ghost?
What's up, Tommy? What's going on, man? It's my first time on one of these devices that you have me on.
Oh, yeah?
Interesting setup you got here. I'm excited. I'm excited for this.
Yeah, it's a little different than what we did on the live show, you know what I mean? It's not a live person, you know, so I figure since, with all this crazy, chaos going on in this world, things are kind of, can't get back to normal lifestyle yet,
Yeah, man. A lot of things have changed, especially filming. Filming is a trip nowadays. Like when everything first went on lockdown, I thought it was going to be like, oh man, like, okay, I thought it was going to be a playground, but it's like this virus is a serious thing. So I had to, take a step back and make plans with like a small group of people so I could be productive, but yet safe at the same time.
Uh-huh.
So it's been a little bit more complicated going out getting clips, but it's still happening. So I'm happy.
Oh yeah, man. Is everything still? I know the second spike just happened, so I heard everything shut down in LA again, huh?
Yeah, man. The crazy part about it is the stuff really didn't go anywhere. They just LA or America pretty much just opened back up because everyone was tired of being at home, and that's what was crazy. There's no cure for this, but LA, yeah, man, it's a trip out here. But some restaurants stayed open, but for the most part, a lot of businesses and spots have been open.
Really?
So yeah, so that's the positive side of things.
Yeah.
It's the positive, but
I,
there's a lot of crazy stuff happening.
I know. I figure skate spots would be like, places that we can't skate will be shut down. You know what I mean? You can just be like, like Tony Hawk video games. We just go skate and have it all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, evacuated city.
Yeah,
Yeah, most stuff.
it's like skater's dream right there. We can skate anywhere.
Yeah, man, but for some reason the security guards are still there. It trips me out. It's like, dude, they're still paying you to secure this place? Like, come on.
They're bored.
I don't know.
They're bored because ain't shit going on.
Yeah, for real, right? Everyone's still trying to collect multiple checks. That's crazy, man. But yeah, a lot of crazy. A lot of things changed since the last time I talked to you. I was recovering from a torn PCL in my knee.
How's that going?
Oh man, it's amazing. I just recently got sponsored by a CBD company named Motive, but on Instagram they're named Motivate.
Okay.
So they have a whole bunch of CBD products like gummy bears and all this stuff, and some have THC and some are just straight CBD. But yeah, it helped me with my whole process of healing because I was just trying to work out and get those muscles around my knee as like strong as possible, and then CBD helped numb, me going skating because I still had to skate even though like it was healing. I still had to film, so
yeah,
it was a big help that I got on the CBD company.
That's good.
Helped me out.
I mean, it's crazy to think like how like crazy like all these. I mean, I get tagged by a lot of companies, CBD companies, and how now they're jumping into the skateboard world. You know what I mean? Like that's the new. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It's I think it's a beautiful thing because it helps
100%.
numb. Yeah. But then a lot of companies, well, not a lot, but some companies kind of see it as like a weird, like, I don't know, like, kind of something they don't want to touch, like a market they don't really want to touch for some reason. But I mean, if it helps lower the pain after skating for hours on end, I mean, I think it's a positive thing for skateboarding.
Oh, 100%, dude. 100%.
Yeah.
Definitely. I take CBD all the time. You know what I mean? I got Lowell Farms sends me CBD pre-rolls, so I'm all about that, dude.
Oh man, that's what's up. Sounds like you're taken care of.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's what's up, Tommy. I'm psyched to be talking to you again, man. I wanted to catch up with you because, dude, like I was saying, there's so much stuff happening, even like racial injustice and all this crazy stuff in the world, and I feel like the best way to conquer all that, for me being like an African American male in America, I feel the best example I could set is trying to be, or just be the best me
Mm-hmm.
that I could possibly be, and just become the thing that they fear the most. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Successful.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's what the, the government and those people fears, a successful black man. You know what I mean?
yes, that's what I feel like any person of color that is like in a position of where they can like excel at their profession and be the best them they could be. I feel like you should, because that in itself is going to lead a whole nother generation of kids to just be creatives,
Uh-huh.
you know, not just fall into the basic run of the mill job, just, going for your dream because it's possible because you've seen it done,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So I don't know.
it's definitely crazy, dude. You know what I mean? It's just how everything just. I don't know, if you just sit back and just look at everything. You know what I mean? How like 2020 shaped up. First it was like what the Australian, the rainforest or whatever in Australia that kind of caught on
Fires.
fire, and like
Kobe.
sandstorms. You got the locusts in Africa eating everything. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah,
crazy.
man.
You know?
A lot of just surprising shit happening, stuff happening back to back, which is insane. But I feel like a lot of it was things we could learn from, possibly. Kind of just like what's happening is so insane. This movement of marches and
Uh huh.
just all this stuff happening is we're living in an insane time. Who would have known that 2020 was going to bring so much light to
Yeah.
a lot of different, like deja, like touchy subjects that are
Yeah.
just being out in the open and stuff. So
Yeah. I
I don't
know.
know.
It's crazy. I mean, to me, it's like, is this when the world's going to end?
Oh nah, I just think we're being put to a test, because I feel like whenever you're put to a test and you're going through a lot of stuff, how you react to all the stuff that you're going through makes your character. Like it shows who you really are in the time of peril. You know, I feel like if the strong ones are going to survive through this, and a lot of people are just going to be like, oh man, I'm going to stay in the house because I'm used to it now. You know?
That's true.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. It was getting really comfortable just being in the house, just because like you couldn't go anywhere. But then once you start gaining weight, and it's like, oh, I can't live like this, Especially if your metabolism is fast and you eat the same, but you're not exercising nearly as close as you used to. That's like bad for your body.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. I mean, I know when I was, in San Diego, I mean, it was crazy too, because I mean, it was like, they'll tell you, oh, you can go outside and be active, but but you can't do anything else. You know what I mean?
You just go outside and exercise and go back home.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a trip.
and then they tell you don't wear a mask when you're outside, and now they're telling you wear a mask when you're outside, and it's like, dude, this is insane.
Yeah, man. That's why I feel like skateboarding is amazing, because when you're filming and just skating down the sidewalk, that's the thing that remains the same,
Uh-huh.
no matter all this craziness that changed around us. Skateboarding always brings you back to that center of like a familiar place in a lost world, because I mean, this is like almost a lost world, man. All this stuff is brand new. Going to Trader Joe's takes like 2 hours now because of the line in front. Like, when has it ever been that complicated to get, like, the pickle flavored popcorn that they have there? I mean, I don't know who else gets down with that, but
Yeah.
Trader Joe's has that fire. So
Yeah. And then that's the only thing you're getting, and then you got to stand in line for 2 hours just for one item. You're like, dude, is
yeah,
it even worth it
and
to get this or not?
yeah, man. And then people putting hand sanitizer in your hand before you even enter the store, and I'm like, whoa, like I already have some in the car. I don't need to do this twice.
Dang, Trader Joe's is getting like crazy.
Yeah, man. I think I don't know. It's a crazy world, but filming. I mean, I've been filming a gang lately because I feel like with things open, it's the time to do this before seeing how impatient people are. Things are going to open back up. So while everything's kind of calmed down, I'm trying to get as much clips as possible. and trying to stay healthy doing it and not getting hurt.
Yeah.
Because that's the key to staying on top of injuries.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, this is the best time to do it because who knows what's going to happen tomorrow or the next day or a month later. You know what I mean? They can just all of a sudden say, you know what? Nobody outside. Everybody stay inside. You know?
Yeah. When you wake up and look at the news, it's almost like a damage report.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
You got to see what's happening now, what's wrong, or what's going bad now, or in what section. It's
Yeah.
insane.
It's crazy, dude. Definitely is. And then let's talk a little bit about skateboarding. So what's been going on with you in skateboarding? Anything new? What's going on?
Oh man, I have a really cool collaboration coming up with a clothing company from Rosarito, Mexico,
Oh, what?
named yeah, man, it's called MYM or Organics,
Uh-huh.
and they're on Instagram too with the same name, just MYM or MYM Organics. But yeah, man, they're we're doing a capsule that's set to release in November. It's going to be clothing and accessories.
What?
So yeah, so right now I'm the accessories. I'm working on a fanny pack because I mean you need the essentials in those little bags. You know,
Yeah,
those
yeah.
little bags go far.
Are you
And
gonna
then
are you gonna have a little hidden pocket in it or what?
oh yeah, man, I'm gonna deck it out for all the all the essentials. You know, so it's gonna have all the secret pockets and all the little compartments. So they're gonna be pretty set. But I'm gonna make overalls because overalls, you always need a good pair of overalls.
Hold on.
But
You gonna do some overalls? Damn,
oh yeah,
dude, that's
that's
sick.
dude. Like originally it wasn't my idea because they were like, yo, like we make all these different articles of clothing. We don't just make t-shirts. We make t-shirts, pants, button-ups, overalls. I'm like, overalls? Like, well, let me check those overalls out because I mean, when was the last time you ever wore a pair of overalls, you know?
Or skating overalls. I don't think I've seen anybody
Yes.
skating overalls, dude.
I think John Dixon did, man, like back in
Oh,
the day.
yeah, he did.
You know?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
like when Altamont made him like his signature, overalls. So I think he did it, but if you see this company's stuff, you'll understand why it kind of works because the materials they make their clothes out of is different. It's like super thin and it's distressed. So I mean, it's not like pre-ripped or anything, but it's super thin. So when you're skating in it, you're not going to be sweating out. Like it's
Yeah.
all like breathable clothing. So I'm really excited about that.
Hell yeah,
That's
dude.
my little brainchild right now, just coming up with different designs and art because I sketch a little bit, so they want me to create some images, kind of like drawings,
Uh-huh.
drawings on the clothes. So that's gonna be pretty cool, man.
Hell yeah,
That's
dude.
on that front. And then what else? The Bruhara is going through some changes, but all positive. We got some new kids on the team, and they're really, really, really good. So we're just trying to collectively go out and gather as much footage. But that's kind of been a little hard, just like it is with everyone,
Yeah.
coming together like at a specific time. But it's working, so everything's on an upward stream, and everything's positive, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Super
That's
psyched.
good. And you guys just dropped a video part like what last year? I think it was last winter or something like that.
Oh yeah, man. We that video was cool, but I was hurt.
Uh-huh.
I was hurt throughout filming for that part. Like my knee was busted, so I personally I was like, oh man, I could have done a little bit better, but with my circumstances, it really wasn't like it wasn't my choice. It was like the doctor told me, it was like, dude, you shouldn't be filming, but I had to film anyway, so you know, it was like
You're limping on one leg trying to do that trick, and you're like, "Fuck, I can't do this
yeah, it was
anymore,
like
dude."
you know, it's like my desire is gonna get me through the end.
Oh yeah,
So
dude.
that's why I've been coming out with stuff. Like I just recently have had a little CBD commercial for the Motivate
Oh
guys,
really?
and yeah, man, it's on my Instagram right
I have
now.
to
But
check that out, dude. I'll repost that for you, dude.
oh yeah, good looking out. They're a really dope company, man. They're really cool guys down there. Andrew Soptage is the team manager, actually.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, and he's a cool dude. So we try to go out and get clips usually. So I mean, those guys are on that front are really, really dope. So I'm happy I made that collaboration with them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's a huge thing, you know, especially with CBD. I mean, you know, before it was all about shoes, and then Nike came in, and it kind of like, you know, all the people went to that kind of those corporate companies. But it's cool to see like CBD coming in, and we all know there's not really money in skateboarding, but now you have to go look outside of skateboarding, and now having CBD companies where they're making a shitload of money, they're coming in now to help skaters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome, you know?
Yeah, I see it as like a really good thing also because it helps and is so essential.
Hmm.
Because I mean, my whole little ritual before I go out and skate is like I usually stretch, light workout, get my muscles right, get everything moving, and then probably just use the topical cream of CBD, and then probably a couple hits of my pen to get my mind right, and then I'm out. So I'm super psyched that it's a part of my everyday thing because everybody needs that relaxation every now and then at
Yeah,
least.
yeah. And do you, in your opinion, I mean, has it like, do you feel like it's too for everybody? Do you think everybody should jump on the CBD and like start doing it, or do you think that they should like test it out and see if it works for them?
Yeah, that's funny because I got some people getting like the wrong idea when I had my commercial on my Instagram. I posted it, and then one of my friends, he was like, "Oh man, you get free weed if you got a beer sponsor, you'll be the man at parties." And I'm like, "Whoa!" I'm like, "What?" This dude totally has the wrong idea, and I'm like, yo, man, like it's not just free weed, it's like free medicine. It's medicine to help me keep going. It's not something
Yeah,
that I'm trying to do and then just sit at home and be lazy. It's like I'm an active athlete that has to go out and do things, and my muscles feel sore at the end of the day. So I see it as something completely different than certain people see it.
yeah,
Like certain people see it as like a party drug or whatever, but it's like it depends on how you see it. So yeah, I guess my advice for anyone that wants to dabble in it is just like try it, I guess,
yeah.
and then go out and skate and then see how you feel compared to how you feel without doing it. And I don't know, see how your body reacts. For me, my muscles were 10 times better. Like after I'm done skating, I'm not as sore as I used to be.
So do you smoke it before or after, or not,
Uh,
or take it before? I mean, take it before or after?
all right, pretty much this is what I do. Before I'll go skate, I'll go get coffee. I'll have a large iced Americano coffee,
Oh
right?
yeah,
And
well, hold on. Where do you get your coffee at?
oh, I used to go to Coffee Bean, man, but I had to cut them out. I go to Pete's Coffee.
Okay.
Pete's is pretty awesome. So I don't know. It's a Cali thing. It's over here on. I live in Pasadena, so there's one super close to me,
Yeah.
and so I'll get a large iced Americano. I hate the name, but that's the drink I drink. And then they give me these cartridges, kind of like 50/50 THC and CBD, and then there's some that are just straight CBD.
Uh-huh.
And however I'm feeling that day before the session, I'll just hit one of those pins while I'm stretching.
Really?
Just yoga or whatever, so I could get the maximum stretch out of my stretch,
Uh-huh.
and then go out, warm up. I mean, that's a usually everyday thing before. Like I don't get faded like crazy. I just smoke a little while I'm stretching.
Yeah.
It helps. It helps for me.
Yeah, because usually when I do mine, like, you know, I usually do it while I'm working because I get my mind thinks a lot, so I'm always like jittering around, like, oh, let me get distracted easy. What I'm trying to say, I get distracted easy, and so I just usually smoke before I work, and it kind of relaxes
Yeah.
me, you know.
Yeah, it slows everything down, puts it a little bit more into perspective.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I feel you, Tommy.
definitely does, dude.
Hell yeah.
So what else is going on in skateboarding in your world?
Oh man, I'm just trying to stay healthy because I mean, honestly, that's like the biggest thing, the biggest factor in having a long career. I mean, the having the longevity out of it is just taking care of your body. So I've been focusing on putting the right food and like eating, having the right diet,
Mhm.
and honestly, just exercising even if it's like for like 15 minutes, but try to do it every single day.
Yeah.
So I could stay healthy, because it's always better to be ready than get ready, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, sure. Or stay ready so you don't have to get ready or some. So I don't know how the phrase
No, I
goes,
know what
but
you mean.
yeah, it's a truth. It's a true statement to live by. I feel like it's kind of crazy, but Kobe passed away this year, man.
Dude,
Kobe Bryant.
I think ever since he passed away, I think this everything has gone to shit. You know what I mean? Not shit, but just gone crazy. You know?
Yes, everything fell apart. That's what. But ironically, the only reason why I brought that up, because it's sad, man. But
Not yet.
he left behind so many documentaries about his work ethic that are like stunning. Like if you look at these videos and listen to what he talks about, and saying like when Kobe passed away, he left behind a lot of documentaries that show his work ethic that are pretty insane. Like I've been looking at these videos and hearing his opinion about being in a position to inspire other people, and it's mesmerizing, man. It's just it really helps you try to be the best you, I guess.
Hmm.
When you see how passionate someone else is about their performance and their agilities, it's inspiring. So I've been on that lately. I've been on my Kobe documentaries.
How many
uh,
does he have?
I mean, he has some that touch on different subjects. Like one is fear, other one is confidence, other one is being the best. And the whole thing that I kind of related to him about was him having an alter ego, like the Black Mamba. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Because I have ghosts. Like that's when you listen to what the Black Mamba is, to like why he created that person, it's just like, okay, you always need uh like a personality that's going to be able to withstand all the pressure, all the hardships, all the crazy amounts of expectation that gets put on your shoulders for the job that you're doing. So you need someone that could take care of that
Yeah.
besides you. You just need a different persona. And the whole ghost thing that happened with me was just kind of like, oh, it was a nickname that I got when I was a kid and all that stuff. But then it started becoming something that was much more than that. Like it felt like when I would go film and I'm like trying to rail trick for 2 hours
Yeah.
and I'm like dead tired and I don't think I could go anymore. It's just like I feel Ghost takes over and he's like, okay, well, I'm going to bring us to the finish line, because one of us is going to have to do it, and it ain't going to be Derek or it ain't going to be whatever. So
Yeah.
that's when ghosts have a ghost moment, you know?
Yeah.
It's just when you're on your last breath, but yet you're still determined to get it and somehow cross the finish line. It's just crazy how, all sports or anything that you call on your body to do crazy amounts of physical almost pain
Yeah.
to do. It's just it all comes from the same desire. So it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. I mean, definitely to think about that. You know what I mean? Like what we push. Not just skateboarding, but surfing and any sport that you do out there, anything you do, how we push ourselves to the limit to do something. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, there's like I think there's like science proof that like people have like humans have a whole different mindset or different abilities that we don't even know about. You know what I mean? There's people that can fucking push a car by hand. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Or lift something that's 10 times heavier that a normal person can't lift. It's just,
yeah,
it's Superman or or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean?
yeah. I feel like it's like once you get into that zen and that mindset, that universal mindset, like many things are possible that aren't usually possible to other people, because I feel like some people restrict their thoughts of what's possible and what's not possible. I don't know, but it for the most part, if you believe you could do it, I feel you could almost get through anything.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like what you said. How you know, you tell yourself it's ghost time. You know what I mean? That kind of hypes you up.
It's ghost time.
You like that one, huh?
Yeah. That was good. That was good.
You know,
Uh,
where it's like hypes you up. It's like it motivates you. It's like, dude, it's ghost time. We got to do this shit. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's like a mindset that kind of just takes over. Like it's not your choice to flick it on. It's just kind of something that it just happens. It's just like it's either you're gonna pass out or you're gonna land this. It's like you really have no other options. It's like, okay, well, I'm already invested so much time into this clip, and I'm sweating, and my board is like jacked up. Like, what am I gonna do? Just get back in the car? And I did all this for nothing. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
you feel obligated. It's like an obligation at that point.
Yeah, and you beat yourself up every day, you know, because you didn't do that stuff, and then you go back and do it. You're like, damn, I should have done it that first time I was there, you know.
Yeah, but sometimes second trips are better than the first because you kind of know what you're dealing with. Like first trips are kind of like you're testing the waters and all that stuff, but once you revisit a spot, you're kind of like familiar with the cracks, you're familiar with how the rail bends and all that stuff. You're kind of just more prepared the second time.
Yeah, definitely. Nah, I mean, and one more thing. No, no more thing. But so are we expecting a ghost video part? A whole new video?
Oh, yes, man. Actually, I've been working towards, like, I've been just collecting footage to put towards a couple different projects, actually, because I'm doing that clothing capsule
I'm hyped
with
about
it.
that, dude.
Yeah, man. Wait till you see some of this stuff because the things that I'm gonna create are gonna be for skateboarding, but not limited to skateboarding. Like this is gonna be for everything, but comfortable so you can move and breathable stuff. So I'm excited about that, but I'm gonna most likely put a part for the release of that
Uh-huh.
capsule like in November, and a couple of different things that they're gonna be surprises
Okay,
though. So
okay.
I will be. I'm doing little hints on the Instagram
Sometime
sometimes.
soon, right? Hell yeah.
Yes, it's
And
gonna be
and
good
then
stuff.
anything going on with Bruja? I mean, I know you got going some changes and stuff like that. So y'all got like any like new projects or anything you guys are working on?
Yes, actually, we have a little commercial coming out because a lot of those guys have just been filming. Like after the video came out, like they just kept getting footage, and the video was really short because the filmer at that time had a different direction of what he wanted. But now that he's not really in the picture
Uh-huh.
anymore, now we could just have full video parts and have all this stuff. So I'm happy with the creative freedom that we have because now we could create something that could possibly be a classic that people are going to enjoy because we're going to have more to see instead of like a 10
Yeah,
minute
yeah. I mean,
promo,
I thought the
you
second.
know?
I mean, I saw the first one and the second one, and I like both of them, man. I mean, I know you weren't in the first. I know
Yeah,
you
they're
weren't in the
good
first one,
videos.
but the second one, I mean, it was definitely really good. I was really hyped on it. You know.
Yeah. Oh man, thank you. That's love, man. Like I really appreciate the film like in itself, but I guess being in the video, you always feel that you could have done better.
Yeah,
You know, you just feel personally like, oh man, I could have did this different or that different. But I guess that's what I have the chance to do
yeah,
now.
and
That's how I'm getting
yeah,
these
and so
clips.
basically, when you talk about filming and you watch yourself, do you like take mental notes like, oh, okay, this is what I need to do better on my next video part, or this is what I need to do something, step it up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, man. Like honestly, like that I really look at that type of stuff and that stuff is important, but it's on so many different levels. It's important because you have to make sure the filmer you're filming with, and if it's possibly going to be the filmer and editor, who knows, but you have to make sure that you and the editor have the same idea in mind. Like you have to sit down, you guys have to go over things together. That's how I feel you make a really good video part. You have to see it in the editing room. You have to see things that you might think, or even tricks that
Uh
aren't
huh.
in the part that get taken out of the part, I feel like you have to have a little bit of a personal touch with your own part to make it
Yeah.
magical. Like you have to be involved in the finishing room, in the final cuts and all that. You got to make sure the skater likes it. This goes for anybody
Yeah.
making a part. If the editor doesn't let you be a part of the finishing, like the finishing
Yeah.
touches or
No, I
whatever,
know
I
what you
don't
mean.
know.
I know what you mean.
You must really
Yeah,
trust them.
exactly. Do you think it's better? I mean, you just said it, but I mean, also too, do you think it's better for a skater to edit his own part and then and then
Oh
give it to
no.
the final editor and say, hey, here's my part. This is what I want. You know?
Uh, that's a weird one. I don't really see that working too much unless you really like are talented at editing and stuff. Because I feel like filmers and editors, like that's their thing. Like they're that's what they're passionate about. So I feel like they do that to a different degree than what I feel a skater would do for his own part. But that's just me because I don't know how to edit. But
Hold on.
I do know
You
how
don't
to
know how
edit,
to
but
edit.
Instagram
You
doesn't
don't know
count.
how to edit. Come on now.
Yeah, I do, but Instagram doesn't count. I mean, I would never know how to throw in like an artsy clip or a picture of a tree in black and white in the middle of a part and have
Yeah.
it work. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I leave that to the editors to make that transitional. Transitional.
Hey,
Real
but you
stuff,
killing
though.
on the Instagram edits, man. I'll tell you that for sure.
Oh man, I appreciate that. Instagram is such a weird thing because it's like I feel like some people, like some kids especially, like they work hard on their
Uh huh.
edits, right? And then they'll put their edits up expecting all this love or all these views or something. And then they're crushed when they receive what they get. I just feel like a lot of kids blow up and stuff, but just what Instagram does to someone's psyche is unhealthy to a degree of where they get dependent on instant satisfaction for the clips that they're posting. I feel like I'm just a little bit more of an old school skater. I just like stacking clips and then waiting for a video part because then all of a sudden that feeling from the video part is something
No.
beautiful. But the instant gratification of post, that gets crazy sometimes,
Yeah.
you know?
To the Instagram thing, this is a good question I just thought of. Do you think like companies should sponsor kids off of this Instagram thing? Because I noticed a lot of kids are getting sponsored by by Instagram and or how many likes they like or how many followers they have. You know what I mean? And do you think that's the
Yeah.
right way the industry should do it, or you think it's right? I mean, what's your opinion on?
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's I don't think it's the right way, but with the way the world's going and how everything's becoming so impersonal, of just we could barely go into places and all this stuff, it just seems like the internet and all this cyber way of life is becoming the most accessible way to live, which for some people it's just crazy. So Instagram, some companies see kids that have a big following or getting a whole bunch of views as
Mhm.
marketable because that's what's really good, right? Or that's what's really big right now is Instagram. So I feel that certain companies that try to stay afloat or just try to maximize their dollar, they really try to get these kids that have big followings on Instagram because that's the way the world is going, sadly to say. But the industry is hella different. The skate industry is just all Instagram and Thrasher and all
Yeah.
this stuff. So I don't know. It's just kind of like I don't think it's the right thing, but I feel it's where we're headed. So I guess adapt because complaining about it isn't going to
No,
do
no,
anything.
definitely not.
So it's just like, adapting is like the best way to deal with what's happening. And it's not too bad. I mean, I get psyched when I see no name kids like
Oh,
killing it. Or not even no name kids. I guess they're killing it on Instagram, so they're named
yeah.
kids. But
I know what you
you
mean.
know,
I know what you mean.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. But it's cool sometimes when you see a kid from Brazil like do some crazy ledge trick that you've never seen before, and he only has like two sponsors, but like 37,000 followers.
That's the craziest part, man.
You
I
know,
mean, that's the craziest because people ask us. I mean, like, ask us was like, oh well, you have this many followers but you don't have this many views, and I just tell them straight up, it's like, honestly, I have no idea. You know what I mean? Like, I don't buy we don't buy our shit. You know what I mean? This is our view,
yeah,
our followers are all natural. You know what I mean?
it's
Exactly. It's
organic.
all organic. It's not bot, and like they're like, well, you got one post that's be like 1,000, then you have another post that's 60. And I was like, dude, I don't know. Why don't you call them up and ask these guys? I don't have no idea how this shit works. I just post it up and I get followers. Cool. People like it. Cool. If they don't, oh well. It's not a big deal. But people
Yeah,
do take this shit serious. That's the craziest part, man. I'm just like, dude, it's just fucking social media.
yeah, man. But some people's lives, like, if you think about it, I mean, if you were like a teenager in the 90s and then you knew how life was before all this stuff, and you remember like Instagram and all
My
that stuff, or
MySpace,
not
MySpace.
MySpace, yes, Instagram. I mean, my in MySpace, yeah, MySpace and all that stuff. It's just kind of like, I don't know. It's just like a different form of that stuff, but you kind of, it's not going to take away from being
Nah,
outside. I feel like there's nothing that could replace that. It's entertaining, but it's not mesmerizing to the point of where I could just not leave the house.
but there is
This,
people that don't leave the house and just stay on social media. That's the
yeah, I
It's
see it.
crazy because you see. I mean, sometimes I'll read comments. Like I'll see something I like, and I was like, oh, let me read these comments and see what people say. And there's some of the people that I'm just like, wow, these people have no life. They just sit at home and just leave comments on posts and things, and just. I mean, it's okay to express your opinions, but I mean, it's just like, wow, you know.
Yeah, I guess they're upset on some shortcomings that they had, or they always feel like, it's funny, the people that criticize the most are the ones that aren't happy with
Yeah,
themselves.
that's true.
So it's like, which is
Yeah,
crazy. Well, I've learned that, like, I remember back in the day, like, shoot, this was when I was on Birdhouse. I remember a video came out and it was on YouTube, and then I think like 2 weeks later, like, I came across it, and then I seen comments. I was like shocked. I was like, what? I'm like, I seen like comments that, like, there was like a whole bunch of positive comments, and then there was like 3 or 4 negative comments. And just for me, the first time seeing negative comments on my video part, like, I wasn't expecting it. I was like kind of surprised. I wasn't mad or anything. I was just kind of like, wow,
yeah,
that's crazy. And then at that moment, I realized, like, everyone's gonna have an opinion
yeah,
about you, no matter how hard or what you do or what you accomplish. There's always going to be an opinion that's not gonna go in
yeah.
your favor. I mean, that's something you just have to deal with. So it was just kind of like this for me, seeing people disapprove other people for what they're doing on Instagram is sad to me, because it's like, wow, like, you just got to be building yourself up. Why are you tearing up other people down? It's just, it doesn't make
No,
sense.
definitely.
It's
Yeah, I know.
confusing.
I saw this clip of David Chappelle. I guess a podcast guy did an interview on him, and he was talking about, like, about race and this and that and this and that. And I think one of the things he talked about is like people leaving negative comments. He said, "Don't take it too serious. Don't take it to the heart. Just don't." He's like, "Don't even read the comments. That's just don't even read it at all. Don't even bother with it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like with the Instagram thing, it's like something you create and you throw out there, and then you just let it be. You don't keep checking on it. It's just like something you post, let it
Yeah,
go. And it just like, just respond if you get a comment or something, but it's not something you sit there and look at grow. Because people that do that, I feel that they're dependent on the the acceptance of other people that they have of you, like that. You can't give power to people that, okay, it's like you're giving people the power to have your day go either a good way or a bad way by depending on comments or views or whatever. a very dangerous path
Yeah,
to take.
definitely is because
You know,
people will get butthurt about it. You know what I mean? And
yeah, they'll get bummed out, and I seen it happen with my homies. It'll be like, you know, like that's the whole like instant gratification thing that I can't get with on Instagram, because you could be sitting there struggling for a long time, and then some of my friends would be posting things and be like, "Oh man, I thought this was gonna get more love," and it was like, well, yeah, you know, that's Instagram. That's always the
that's
answer.
Instagram for you, man. What can you do? You know, it's social
Yeah,
media shit. You know.
yeah, it's crazy, but
No,
it's so
definitely.
true.
Well, let's talk a little about life, man. Like, you know, like there's so much going on in this world, man. Like, what's your opinion? You know what I mean? 'Cause, like, what's your honest opinion of what's going on? You know?
Well, I feel with there's different divisions of like what's
Hmm.
happening. So I mean, with the whole racial injustice, I'm extremely happy that it's getting brought to light the way it is right now, because all the marathons and like all the protests in the streets have really brought a big light to what's been happening behind the scenes for years now. And I feel like people that have smartphones have cameras to film what's happening, that has been happening behind closed doors for years. So
Yeah.
I feel like this is an age of awakening, and a lot of people are realizing how bad it really is for people of color, and they're really starting to like sympathize, which no one wants sympathy. You just want things to
Yeah.
change, you know? Because I mean, it's just crazy, you know. Civil rights isn't that hard. Wait, you're asking someone to be civil.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that shouldn't be a big thing. It's like being civil, like that's it. It's just like, okay, at least be civil. It's just a
Yeah.
weird thing, man. It's a weird thing, but I'm happy that a lot of things have changed. Cause like for me, I live in Pasadena, like the east side of Pasadena, which is, I don't know if anyone's familiar with Pasadena or is listening, but it's, well, you know, it's not too many people of
Yeah. Yeah.
color
I know
out
what you mean.
here, so things have recently got crazy where I'm in line and people staring at me like, "What the hell is he doing here?" And it's funny because you just stare right back, like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I'm here. What's
What are you
up?
gonna do?
You know, what
Yeah.
you gonna do about it? Yeah, what you gonna do about it?" So it becomes like a funny like reality show out here now, man. It's like I go outside to get coffee from Pete's, and I don't know what I'm gonna expect or who's gonna be in line, but most of the people out here show love. It's funny because I'm
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
here, you know. I'm here. I'm out here every
And
day,
you know, you
so
just got, you know, it's just got to
it's
be
really fun.
crazy because I mean, there's so much. I don't really try not to watch the news. I mean, I don't have a TV, so I mean, I really don't watch the news that much at all. And if I do see anything, it's on like people that post things on their stories and like a little article or something. I'll just click on it and watch it. Like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? That's how I keep informed with what's going on in this world. But it's just crazy that what's going on. I mean, it's like the hell door just opened up and it's just all these like these people are just coming out. It's like you know what I'm saying? It's
Yes,
it's like
I
what the
do.
fuck is going on?
Yeah, yeah, man. It feels like it's all a test, you know. I feel like everything is a test. I feel everything that's happening with any section of the world, government, was it government, virus, just crazy
And
things happening,
now you got these like
pollu-
yeah, you got all these
pollution.
like crazy like Nazi peoples running around, and it's just like, dude, what the
Oh yeah, that's the
yeah,
presidency right
100%.
there. I I feel like Trump, all his I feel like he made it the way it is right now. It's just like racial relations are at its worst right now because he incites violence. Like if you listen to his speeches, I don't listen to him, but I mean sometimes I'll come across a
Yeah,
snippet of something somewhere, and then I hear him saying, "Oh, you're." I don't know which amendment it was, but it's the gun amendment. He was like, "Oh, make sure you pay attention to that amendment and be careful with all these thugs protesting in the street." I'm like, thugs? What the? That's crazy. Because when the protest in Santa Monica, the people breaking into the stores down there and stealing surfboards have blonde hair and blue eyes. It's the
Hold on,
craziest
hold on.
thing.
Still
But
run into surfboard shop.
oh man, dude, in Santa Monica when the protests hit the promenade
Uh-huh.
over there, people were breaking into the stores like that were, had surfboards and like vans. The van store got vandalized. Yeah, all this stuff sucks. So I'm sorry that happened, but the people doing it were the people, they're locals, which was crazy, which was
Dude,
surfers
what
and
the
all this
fuck?
stuff. But it happened during the protest, so they just grouped it all together. So that's what the news is doing. They're calling them riots when they're like, if you ever have like the pleasure of going to a protest, dude, they have free snacks, water, like cavitas and all this crazy stuff, like looking after people. I feel like the people that go out and vandalize and break things and cause riots are the people that are just looking to come up, that aren't involved with the
Yeah,
movement.
or getting paid to
It's,
do it,
yeah, or setting it up. Yeah, trying to sabotage a
Yeah.
message, like sending a bad message with a good message,
Yeah,
which is
it's
horrible.
crazy. That's why I mean people ask me about things and I just like, you know what? I support it. I'm 100% behind it. You know what I mean? Like I post stuff on True and this and that, just to help promote it, let people know what's going on, but it's just crazy, I mean, for me being, Jewish and stuff, I kind of like always look after my back because because fucking Nazis and white supremacist people and the rest of the government hate us, hate the Jews, they want us dead, so
Yeah.
I'm more careful now. I'm like, yo, I'm going to step back because I don't need anybody to know I'm Jewish.
Oh yeah. But you be like, you're proud of it though. That's what's up, man. I mean, it's like, be you, like screw everybody else. I mean, everyone else tries to make people feel weird for who they are because they're not comfortable with themselves. Like that's at the end of the day, that's
Yeah.
how it is. That's how I grew up. That's why it's just always been. I've always almost been the only black dude in almost so many situations. But then you kind of see it as a strength more than like a
Yeah.
problem. I had to like turn the situation around of like, well, how can I make this different? Like this is a reason. There's a reason why I'm here. I mean, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna
Yeah. Yeah.
fulfill it. So yeah, so I feel like with everything happening in the world, Tommie, it's just, I feel it's a test in how we react and what choices we make from this step forward is going to prove our
Yeah.
character. I mean, with so many different people, at least.
And another
So
question too: do you think? I mean, how do you think? Because I know everybody wants to change in this government and world and stuff like that. And in my opinion, the only way that we can get that change is if everybody, the citizens and stuff, just unite as one and just kind of overturn everything. Try to only way we're going to win if we just unite as one. Do you agree with that, or what's your
yes,
opinion?
no, I'm totally in on that, but it's weird because we all have to unite and have the same message and send the same message. But if the message is received, that's the hardest part of sending a message for me. It's like, of course, we're gonna unite and we're gonna send this message, but we have to send it the
Yeah.
right way. Like that's the key part of whole message, the whole message idea, because the protest was a really good way to show, okay, yeah, we're sick of this. Like we're sick of this happening. Like it's not going to happen anymore because we're going to sit here. We're going to be in the streets and we're going to show that we're not going to keep going through this. So it going on for as long as it was going on was amazing to me because it showed how passionate everybody was for a change, even though a lot hasn't been answered for, like Breonna Taylor, like her cops are still
That's
out.
sad. Yeah.
So yeah, man, it sucks, but it's just too much happening in the world. Like there's um, a army, or I think it was a Marine. It was a lady that vanished
Oh,
from
the
the
army lady, the
base.
army chick in Texas.
Yes, yeah. And then they found remains of like three different bodies, but they were looking for one person, so they stumbled across two other body remains. Like, so all this crazy stuff is happening over there, all undercover and everything. It's just so many things and so many secrets out there that I feel like if we stay in our own bubble and just try to send a positive message and link up with other like-minded individuals that are on the same level
Uh,
of energy, I feel like that message will be positive if everyone tries to be the best person they could possibly be, even people of color, of not color, just as long as you just try to show that love is the answer and just unite, I feel like that would probably be the best solution for
no, I
everybody.
100% agree. You know what I mean? I mean, it doesn't. To me, I look at everybody as one. You know what I mean? We all. I mean, you could be
Yeah.
green, purple, black, whatever. You can be a freaking alien from Mars or whatever. I don't even care. You know, because
That's what
yeah,
skateboarding does.
we all
It helps you
yeah, and
not
we all
see it.
bleed the same color, red. But
Yes.
it's just just there's just so many idiots out there that want to get rid of all this. You know what I mean? Want to get rid of unite and people join together and people having as one having fun and enjoying life together. There's people that don't want that. They want to be all right, separate every single person and say, all right, you're white, so you got to be white. You're black, you got to be. It's like no, fuck that shit.
Yeah. I feel like racist people kind of were just letting things be because they know they couldn't change anything. But until the movement that is currently happening right now, where it's constantly getting put in their face, it's like I feel like they're tightening up on their beliefs. So their beliefs are just being
Mhm.
blatant in the streets, or you're blatantly getting stared at crazy because like what they believe in and what they have been living, the life that they've been living for that long, is coming to an end in the form of, I think that people are just calling it out. If any little, it's funny, like any little racist thing happens, like there's like seven people on it, like
Yes.
instantly. You know what I mean? It's just like things are getting to the point of where that stuff is uncalled for and it shouldn't be happening anymore. So I'm happy that it's getting to this
Well,
point.
and my other question is I asked Streaking about this. Is about comedians. How's that is that going to change how comedians act and do? Because they make most of their comedy acts is about different colors and different people and stuff like that. I mean, is that going to change, or are they going to stick to the same? I mean, are they going to look differently?
Oh yeah, man. I feel like that's the same. I mean, Chappelle just recently had a comedy special on YouTube, which was like 8 minutes, and I forgot how long it was, but it was he was touching on George Floyd a
Oh, he
lot.
was
He was
sick.
just
I haven't seen it yet.
yeah. So it's good. It's like the first comedy stand up comedy since this COVID thing happened. So it's all social distancing in a backyard. It's someone's gigantic backyard. But he was talking, and the stuff he was saying was mixed with some things that were just funny, but then things about how he feels like he got attacked because people are like, you in your position, you should be saying something. People are going to listen to you because you're Dave Chappelle. Like everyone's go listen to
Yeah,
Dave Chappelle. But then he was speaking on like, yo, like they don't need me right now. It's like they're speaking loud enough for themselves. But I feel like when I am needed, I'll be there. But that makes so much sense because people like put weight on your shoulders. Like people ask me all the time, like, what are you telling people on your Instagram? Like, are you having valid posts or your stories? Are you speaking on issues? And I'm like, yeah, like what I do is I try to shine as much as I could possibly like shine for my people or for
yeah, yeah.
everybody, like skaters. For skaters, when I say my people, I mean my
No, I know
like
what you mean.
skaters, because I feel like, yeah. So like it's like when you see a post on Instagram that hypes you up and be like, "Fuck, man, I actually want to go out and skate." Like that's what I do this for. I do this for I do this to inspire people, and I try to unite people as much as I can. Like I post a lot of positive, eye-opening, spiritual stuff. Like I feel about inner energies and different realms. So I feel however you try to speak to the people is the message that you're trying to send, and everyone has a different message. So
No.
I feel if you have a platform, do what you can to inspire and unite everyone, so everyone doesn't see just, it's not about black power, it's about unity, it's about everybody being one power. That's what it
But
should
you know,
be.
some people
So
take it the wrong way when people say that. You know, I noticed that. I know. I mean,
oh
you know.
yeah, it's like the picture is like black power
Hmm.
means unity.
Yeah.
That's what that means. It doesn't mean my race is better than your race, or that's not what that means. That black power means unity. So that's why when I say one power, it's all the same thing. Like that's how I feel, because a lot of people say black power and then people get associated with like, oh, Black Panthers, or oh, radical
Yeah.
racist groups or something. But I feel like it could be
Yeah.
used in different
But some
ways.
people, whenever, you know, what's your opinion when people say, you know, some people say Black Lives Matters, but then some people say all lives matter.
Oh, that's different. Oh yeah, no, that's way different. No, Black Lives Matter. That's a big no. Some people be like, all lives matter. Well, it's like, okay, hold on.
What's your opinion on?
There's people getting. My opinion is that all lives do matter, but different lives haven't been under specific
Hmm.
persecution, constant, or just constant violence, or this hangings and all this stuff. It's just when people are just so fast to say that, it's insane. Like, okay, think about nine
Hmm.
11 when those two towers went down. Like, they're telling people to never forget. What about the
Yeah.
other buildings? Like, what about the people in the other buildings? But we're supposed to specifically focus on two towers when there was thousands of buildings around. So it feels like that's how it feels when the same people telling you all lives matter are the same people telling you to never forget
Yeah.
9/11, but forget
Yeah.
slavery, but forget all that stuff, but never forget 9/11. It's like, what?
Yeah. It's
That
no,
doesn't
it
make
doesn't at
sense.
all. It's like what are you talking about?
Yeah, man, that's insane when you really see that, when you see it on that level of what they tell you not to forget, and then what they want you to forget or get over, then that's when your eyes really start becoming open on who's running things and what's actually happening in the government and what direction they're trying to spin every idea that Americans
Yeah.
receive.
It's
It's
crazy
pretty
how
insane.
they they own the media, and they tell the media what to do and what to say. You know.
Yeah, they have them
Yeah.
in their pocket.
That's
That's
crazy,
the
dude.
thing.
It's definitely crazy, man. And it's just I don't know, man. You know, my advice is just tell people is just, hey, you know what? Fight for what's right. You know what I mean? You know, unite as one, like you said. You know, and just be successful. You know what I mean? Be successful, and that's the only way that you can shut people up. You know, one of the ways. You know.
Yeah, just be what they
Yeah.
hear the most. Be what they fear the
Exactly.
most. That's the best. That's the way to
Yep,
live,
it's
I
true.
feel.
Be successful. You know what I mean? People, you know, look at, you know, skaters, blacks, whatever color, whatever you're doing, they look at us like, oh, you guys are nothing. You know what I mean? Like that thing that current Caples posted up about that newscast guy from Fox saying, oh, sweaty skateboarders, but why are they protesting? They have no reason to protest. You know, you saw that the little post he posted, and
Yeah, yeah,
it's
I
like,
did
what
see
the
that.
hell is this guy talking about, dude?
Yeah, I seen that. A lot of people are mad about that. It was kind of funny to me because I seen that so many people got mad about that because they were keep reposting it. I'm like, yeah, I mean, come on. Some people don't really understand the passion of
No.
skateboarding. Like they just think that we're playing with toys all day, but they don't understand the slams, and they don't understand the hours of commitment that you physically and mentally put yourself through that teach you so many different things about life that a normal person wouldn't know about
Yeah,
life, because their life is so different of going to work and being told what to do opposed to you creating your own reality. I feel like people that don't know that feeling are the ones that just think we play
yeah.
with toys all
It's
day,
funny.
every
And
day.
then like and then I was at my mom's house, and then there was something on the news, and they were talking about some organization called Skateboard Association, and their news is like, oh, this skateboard association going around breaking windows with their skateboards and stuff. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Damn,
Yeah,
breaking windows.
like looting places and causing, blaming skateboarders for being the cause of this whole thing.
Damn,
Yeah, I haven't
that's
looked it up
crazy.
yet. I didn't like Google it, or I didn't like look on Instagram see if they have one. I was gonna call them out on that because my mom asked me about that, and I was like, nah, dude, like real skateboarders don't do that, dude. Like, no,
Yeah,
that's just them
just
trying to make us look bad.
yeah. If you really think about a skateboarder, my idea is it's just someone that goes out and just dedicates their time to filming or dedicate their time to just having fun. Other people that just hold skateboards and go out to do different things, there's a big
Yeah,
difference.
definitely.
There's a big
It's just
difference.
crazy, the people don't realize like skateboarding. Yeah, we do. Yeah, there is racist. There's some racist people in skateboarding that we all know, but also too. But we're all skateboarders. We all look at each other as skateboarders. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's the crazy part about skating. Like after this happened, you seeing a lot of different things come out from the blue of different companies and distributors and stuff about I don't know. It's just once this happened, a lot of things got brought out to light. But I feel like if you just keep skating and just not be a part of this
And
stuff,
just be a skater.
yeah, I mean, be a part of it and creating a change definitely, but I don't want to feed into all this stuff, man. Not the Black Lives Matter
I know
movement,
what you
but
mean.
just the
Yeah.
virus. The virus is. I feel a lot of people are. I feel okay. There's a way to treat this, and there's a way not to treat this. I feel like partying and all this stuff is. I don't know, man. I was just like this random picture of Nigel Houston came up on my Explorer page, hella random, and then he was just like having a house
Oh, I
party and
saw that.
shit,
I
and then
saw
all
that.
these kids, yeah, yeah, and all these kids are leaving these crazy comments of like, how the hell are it says, oh, this is one of those or those Corona parties I've been hearing about or whatever. And I'm like, damn, it's hilarious. But that's if there's an epidemic happening like this on this level, being around people not protecting yourself is just not the cool thing to do. I mean, be outside, do your thing, handle your business, but stay
And
safe. Yeah, stay
and people
safe.
get on to me, like I get people DM me and stuff like that, and they're like, "Oh, you're not Superman, so you got to be careful." And you know what I tell them? I say, "Look, man, I enjoy my life to the fullest, but at the same time, I'm smart and safe in my surroundings. You know what I mean? I know. I mean, I haven't been to a bar since New Year's Eve. You know what I mean? And I'll
Yeah,
go out to restaurants, I'll go eat, and I'll go do this and that, but I'm always staying my distance. I always know my safe zone. You know what I mean? To keep away from people. I'm not going out at nighttime as I used to do, and now I sit at home, podcast and watch Netflix. You
yeah,
know what I
that's
mean?
right. You should try HBO
I keep it
Max.
chill. You know what I mean? And that's what I do. But I still go out and enjoy my life. I still go outside. I still skateboard. I still walk Elwood down to the beach. I still do the beach. I still do my life.
Yeah, how's
Oh,
Elwood doing, man?
L's
He's the
L,
man.
dude. He's just chilling, dude. He does his
Hell's
own
L.
thing, dude. And he
Yeah,
just looked
that
at me
dog's
when I
dope.
said his name.
Ah, because we show he knows he's
Oh
being
yeah,
talked
definitely.
about.
But
That's
that's my
what's up.
always thing is just enjoy life, but also to be safe and smart at the same time.
Yeah, man, that's the best way to live. especially right now in this time and age. It's like,
because we don't know
you know,
what's going to happen. You know what I mean? We don't even know what's going to happen next. You know, we might have they might say we have an alien invasion coming in. You know, we might get invaded by some aliens or some crazy shit. You know?
yeah, serious. I'm waiting. I have a cousin that works at SpaceX. So once they sent those people out into, the sky and everything, you see those outfits that
Yeah,
they had, man? You see that the
yeah, isn't that
astronauts
crazy?
had? Pretty crazy. It looks like off like some Hollywood stuff, man. Like my cousin was telling me the lady that designed those outfits, he was trying to he was trying to get her to design his wardrobe, which was pretty funny. He was trying to pay her off or whatever. It's just a funny story, but he was saying the first images of what they're gonna take from their first orbit, he was gonna like send me a link. So I'm gonna probably be leaking that on my Instagram. Just a heads up to
Yeah,
people out
I'm gonna keep
there.
my eye out. I'm gonna keep my eye out for that thing.
Yeah, shout out to
Hell
cousin
yeah.
Keith, man. He's up there
Well,
with Elon.
well, one more last question. So what's new? What you got planned for the future other than your clothes and collaborate with the clothes company and new video part? Like, there's anything like marriage, anything going on like coming up?
Oh yeah, man. Actually, I was engaged the last time I spoke with you. I'm still engaged now. We're planning our wedding to be
Okay,
in December of this year, so that's big. I'm
congratulations
happy
on
about
that, dude.
that. Yeah, and then honestly, me and my fiance have been working on a little company it's like a topical cream. It's kind of like a
Okay.
Tiger Balm. It's a Tiger Balm, but it's different because we're making it. We make it from scratch, and it's pretty awesome. So that's gonna be we're gonna be dropping that in the near future, but we're trying to find the best time to
Okay.
drop that. So we're playing a little waiting game. Well, I'm just trying to get the mixtures right because the formulas for those type of creams are, you have to get them precise because it's weird. You don't want to burn
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
anybody.
yeah.
You know
You
what I'm
have to.
saying? Like they think they're using your product. You got to make sure it's legitimate. So we're just working on the final samples for
What's it?
this, and once we're
What's the
clear,
name
it's
of
gonna
it?
be awesome.
Oh, sick. I like that.
Otium.
Where'd you get the name from?
Yeah, Otium. I was me and my girl. We were thinking about something that would be the best title for this thing, and I was just thinking about optimum something for
Hmm.
optimum care. And so it was like, oh, wait a minute, let's flip that a little bit. Let's
you,
flip
you,
that.
you don't want no copyright people
So
come out there after you, right?
yeah, so we were just thinking about that. So the biggest thing with that is just trying to get the right mixture. Like we got a couple that work, but I want something that works extremely well. So it's just kind of like one of those things is where I could do it better. I could do it better. So that's kind of like in the back of my head right now, but it's almost what I've been doing almost every
Okay.
day. With besides filming, I've been mixing. I've been mixing at home, just trying to figure out the right formula because we're gonna make a cold and a
Okay.
hot, like one that's hot that tingles, and then one that's just cold and stays cold, like icy
Yeah.
hot. Yeah. So
Dude, I can't
that's
wait to
that's
try that
exciting.
stuff out, dude.
Yeah, man. I'll give you a batch for
Oh, okay.
free, so you could try it on your knees. Let me know because that's what I use it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be using it for.
I'll make sure I share it with Carl.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Carl.
he's
Yeah,
gonna be
man.
hitting you up soon about the roast
Carl's the
beef.
man.
He's just catching up on the roast beef episode, but he said you are the next person on the roast beef episode.
Oh man, I'm no rush, but I'm definitely
Yeah,
down to
we're
do
just
that.
this whole
Super
pandemic
psyched,
thing just kind of screwed everything up on our end, you know.
dude. On
Yeah,
everybody's end,
everybody's in.
it's been real
Everybody's
rough.
in, dude. So so he's thinking about doing a food truck, but who knows now? You know what's going on.
Yeah.
So just kind of keep an eye on or have an idea of like what kind of food truck you want to do or anything like that. You know.
That
Oh
sounds
yeah,
like a
bro.
plan.
Well, cool. And do you have anything you want to say to anybody, to the listeners or anything? Any good advice?
Oh, okay. Well, right now in the world we're living in, I feel like we should just love one another, try to promote unity, just shine. And to my people of color, just keep grinding, keep being the best you can be. Don't let nobody discourage you. Just keep doing you because at the end of the day, they can't ever take that away from you because you only get one light in this world. And I feel that light is eternal and that's inside you. So just let that light shine bright and you'll be all right, especially beyond this racism because all this is a game. I feel it's a game, it's a test, and it's always about getting to the other side. Like, screw all this stuff. I'm above it. I don't see it because I go through it. And I feel like if you just go through it, straight through it, it would just knock all the walls down, end all this stuff.
Oh yeah, dude. That's good, man. That's a good speech. Not speech, but a good thing, dude.
I mean, like, just go through it and shine. Like, I feel going through it and shining and being above it, that's like the key. Because some people stay stuck in it, and I feel if you're above it and shine bright in those dark spots, then the dark spots are just not there anymore. So I
Hell
feel
yeah,
like
dude.
I don't know. I'm getting all super preachy.
I was gonna say, hey, it's ghost time.
I know, right? Involuntarily.
Well, cool, Ghost man. Thanks for coming on, man. And hey, I'm so happy that things are going good for you, dude. Like that is 100% deserve it. Like I'm excited about your collabo with the clothes brand. I mean, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, look out for that. MYM Organics. It's going to be coming at
Okay.
the end of the year. It's going to be good. I will be posting
I
a whole
I
bunch of
gotta see
stuff
these
on it.
overalls, man.
So,
I guess he's shredding these overalls.
oh yeah, there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff like
Okay.
khakis and plaid tees.
What?
Like, I was thinking about like a tie dye
Dude, I have
plaid
to rock
tee.
that.
I was
I want
thinking
to rock
about,
that, dude.
yeah, man. So we got some cool
Hell yeah, hell
ideas.
yeah. And
Hopefully, it all comes
especially with
through.
the new things that are going on with Brewhall and stuff like that, it sounds like everything's going to be going good for you, dude. Like I'm so hyped on you, man.
Yeah, man. Well, Brujeria, like we're doing things change. Like this year has brought a lot of changes to the company, but then I feel with change is always there's always room for improvement. So we've seen a lot of things we can improve in and making those changes and then these kids' spirits, man. Like if you see these kids skate, it's like it's crazy. They're all on another level. It's cool. They're all trying to get their expression out in skateboarding to the loudest. And it's cool. And we're just trying to facilitate a vessel
Uh
for
huh.
them to do that with this company.
Hell
So
yeah, dude. Well, well, I'm stoked, man. I'm
yeah.
stoked. Good for you, brother. And to the viewers, just let you guys know, next Sunday, July 19th, we'll be doing live show, TSM live show, season 3, episode 4. We got a good and everything. It's going to be exclusive only on E360 TV, so that'll be on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, Chromecast, their YouTube stuff, all that. So be 11 p.m. Pacific time. So keep your eye out for flyers and all that. And Ghost, dude, thank you so much, dude, for coming on and chit chatting with me and talking about skateboarding, what's going on in your life and life general, with this chaos and everything. And I just want you and your girl to be safe out there, man. It's a crazy world.
Oh man, the pleasure's all mine, Tommy. I'm happy I got to talk about my ideas about some of this stuff because, a lot of people need to know it's just the only way is through. The only way is just to shine beyond the bullshit.
Definitely.
To be, you got to shine. You got to shine beyond all
No,
this stuff.
it's like with that Transworld video that came out. Was it something?
Rise
Yes.
and shine or
Time to
time to
shine, dude.
shine.
It's time to shine, dude.
Yeah. Dude, Dylan had last
Oh
part
my
in that.
God, dude.
Reader put it down in
Yes, that
that
part was
part.
like that's a part that everybody should just be talking about nowadays. You know what I mean? Like people, like the new skaters just need to go back and watch that part.
Yeah, young Dylan. That's
But
cool, man. But yeah, Tommie, this was awesome. I'm happy. Thank you for having me
hell
on,
yeah,
man.
and thanks for being on too, dude. And I look forward, seeing your video part and your clothesline and everything that you're doing in your life, brother.
Oh man, thank you, Tommie. Let's do it again
Oh yeah,
sometime.
definitely, dude. One love, brother.
All right, Tommie. I'll talk to you later, man. And tell Elle I
I
said
will, man.
later.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, later, Tommie.